What's going on, guys? Klutch here. Welcome back to Michigan. Man, oh man, look at what we've got going on. We have been busy harvested. If you guys were with us yesterday, we've harvested, well, a lot of the fields. We got one field just right underneath the sun right there that's left to harvest. Okay, so I've done all this work. It looks fantastic, but I made, well, a little bit of a mistake. Well, it was all oat. I thought we'd do like a giant oat harvest, and that's good and great and all, but I no longer have room in the silo for oat. I am full, and I still have a whole field to harvest. Not to mention that, but the auger wagon down there, the grain auger wagon, it's full. This trailer is full. So I've got to go sell some stuff right now. That's why we're up at 6:20 in the morning, getting ready to go to work for the day. We got to finish off finish off harvesting that field over there, and as well, we need to pick up all this straw today. That's a lot of straw, so we're taking care of all that. Let's take a look at prices here. I was watching prices last night, and we were seeing things are starting on the decrease now, but that's okay. Pioneer is where I want to go. There we go. So it maxed out. It looks like $1,900. We're going to go sell all our oat as much as we can to Pioneer right now. Let's take a look on the map just to make sure I know which one that one is. It's right there. It is. Yeah, I've sold there before. Perfect. So we've got to sell a bunch of stuff, make some room for that last field at least. But I'm going to need the money today anyways, guys. I'm definitely going to need some cash. We need to buy some more equipment and figure out what we're going to do with all that straw that's laying out in the field out there. Like, look at it all. Look at it all. Looks like runways down the middle of my field. Oh, I better get some lights on here. There we go. So we're going to go drop this off at Pioneer. Oh, look at all the weeds these fields got. They got hammered. Look at that. That's disgusting. Ah, weeds. Yeah, so we're going to make a bit of cash. Like I said, we got to buy a bunch of equipment. Well, not a bunch. I got some plans for some equipment I want to buy today. But we also need to finish off harvesting that field. So that's going to be first things first. We're going to go get our harvesters, the nice, awesome looking Claas harvesters we got, and we're going to set those up over in that field. We're going to harvest that last field, which shouldn't take us very long. They make pretty quick work of the fields. And really enjoying that setup, actually, using that auger wagon, that chaser bin. That works really well. Yeah, Pioneer, here we are. That's it, that's all. That's a quick little drive. Make a little bit of cash money. Cash money. Dumpy dump. Perfect. Alright, let's get rid of that. Now, we are not leasing any more equipment anymore, guys. Like, we're fully independent right now. We own everything that we have on the farm, and I'm going to try and start keeping that way. I'm trying not to lease anything anymore. Just make smart decisions on what we buy. So, everything you see, we're buying, trying to maximize our profits, and yeah, buying the stuff that we're going to need. That is kind of the goal of the game from now on. We'll see how it all works out. Because I'm finding now that we're needing more and more equipment, that just some interesting stuff that maybe I didn't really foresee that we would need beforehand. Spin around hard. Yes. All right. So especially if we want to start getting into some animal husbandry, you need some specialized equipment, as you may be aware, and you need to make sure you got that stuff. So it's and it's not usually on the cheap side. So that's something we need to really start considering. But after this harvest, once we get rid of all this oat, we should have at least a little bit amount of money. We've got harvesters, we can plant stuff right away. Yeah, that should be okay there at least. Yeah, we'll see. Whoa, hit a pylon. Anyways, I'm going to go dump a few of these loads off here, make a little bit of money, and then I'll meet you guys over in that far field. You can see everyone's waiting down there for me. They're all ready to rock and roll, it looks like. You can see the worker bees ready to rock. You can see them all the way down there. Oh, let's see if we can get around this corner here. Sorry. Ah, get in there. There you go. You can see them all the way down at the end of the field. They're ready to be moved over. I think they're just getting set up for the day. A little morning coffee, a little brekkie out in the field. Wheat. There we go. Boom. Stop. All right. Anyways, I'm going to do a couple loads, make some cash here, guys, and we'll get ready on that field. I'll see you in 2 seconds. Pitter patter.
Klutch Simulations.
Alright guys, it's 8 o'clock. Let's get back to business here. Like I said, we got this one last oat field to harvest. Get that done for the day. We got everyone down here. Let me move this tipper. Actually, you know what? We'll get the guys started first. What do we got? Number 2? We'll take number 2 out right off the bat and get him working. Let's finish dumping in there. I think that auger wagon, she is full. I'm pretty sure. I need to go dump that off right away here. Oh, coming through. Sorry, my bad. Thank you. Whoa, don't go in the ditch. Don't go in the ditch. Perfect. Alright, we'll get him fired up here. Make a nice little headland, because I do not want to put one of these into the drink. We'll leave him there. Let's go grab number 2 and get him rocking and rolling. I think I'll just send him up the side here. Oh, left the blinker on all night. That cannot be good for your battery. That's awesome. Alright, let's go take care of him. Fire that up right here. Why not? Oh, because it's slow. That's why not. But that's okay. Make sure we get around this little culvert. And... alright. Good to go. Perfect. Alright, so we got 1, we got 2, we got these guys rocking and rolling. I like it. I like it a lot. Perfect. And now we just gotta go dump this grain bin out. The auger wagon. Might as well while we got some space. That's only half full actually. It's not bad. Oops. That's the right button. There we go. Try to turn off the old blinker. So, like I said, I thought it was a great idea to do like a massive oat harvest. And the one thing I totally forgot about was that I only had 200,000 liter capacity back at the farm. And well, we went over that on the 3 fields. You always forget about how big these fields are in Michigan. I mean, on most other maps, that would be like, if you have 4 fields, that wouldn't be a big deal. But on Michigan, these maps are massive. So, or maps, these fields are massive. So you just end up filling up that silo so fast. Yeah, I'll leave him here. That's fine. And I'm still having an issue with this grain bin. As you can see, the colors there. I'm probably going to get rid of this just because I don't like what it's doing. Maybe I'll go and fix it right now and see if I can get the color back, just so it looks nicer. I can't stand when it does that. That's just, it's too bad. Goes to like a chrome. It's almost like the Webba. The Webba does the exact same thing. I don't know what it is with the file, but anyways. So, yeah, we've got these fields. This field here we're going to harvest. Now, there is a field on the far side here that I wanted to talk about. Up by where that harvester is, this field kind of continues on the other side. And I had like this big master plan on where I was going to go buy that field soon as, well, as I'm harvesting this essentially. And then I was going to combine the fields, but I wanted it to be already pre-seeded. I wanted the farmer to grab onto it. And, you know, let's just jump in here, because we need to get him going the right direction. I wanted it to be pre-seeded so I could actually profit off him already having seeded the field. Makes sense, right? Kind of like flipping a field, only we were going to keep it. But you're not going to reach that. Nice try. Close that up. I might do one more just to get me back on the far side over there. So anyways, he has gone ahead and planted and everything was looking good. I noticed that there was stage 1 of the growing cycle had happened up on that field earlier. So I was watching it last night before I saved. I'm like, oh, perfect. It's going to be, we're going to be in luck. It's going to be perfect timing. We're going to be able to buy that field, finish this field here off, and just let our harvesters go over to that next field. And they should be almost ready to harvest by that time. That's going to be perfect. And what does he plant? Sugar beets. Like, oh no, I don't want sugar beets. I don't do. I'd rather just fertilize myself. I don't need to go pick up sugar beets, thanks. So that's not going to happen. There's no point in me purchasing that field now. I've abandoned that plan for the time being. We'll see. We may pick that field up later on. We'll make a way up there in a second. But for right now, we're just going to keep on harvesting this one. Man, I am so disappointed. Nothing worse than that happening. Everything looks like you're on the cusp of this massive, awesome plan coming together. And yeah, what happens? Sugar beets. Sugar beets happens. I guess it could be worse. It could be potatoes. You know what? Now I've got to go finish off this. This here is the one problem, is when you get to the end of the map here, there's nowhere to go. It's just trees. So the other thing I ran into, so you can see we've got 418 grand. Now we're up almost 350,000 we've made from selling off what we had in our silo. I think we got still one load in our silo. Plus, we're going to have this whole field, which should be another, 75,000 liters, somewhere in that range. That's not bad. But, let's see. There we go. I'm going to send a worker bee off on his way. All right, see ya, brother. So that's not bad. We made some decent cash off that. But, I was selling it and I missed the price. The sale prices changed on my last load. So I was making about 90 grand per trailer dump. And then all of a sudden I made 60,000 that next time I went in, and the market value changed for it. It dropped right off to next to nothing. And it's kind of sewered me out. I wasn't expecting it. Need to double check that stuff, guys, because I didn't. And that's what happened to me. There were some places where I could have made, closer to 85,000, I bet you, on one load. So I lost about $25,000-$30,000 just because I wasn't paying attention. But that's what happens. You got to pay attention to that stuff when you've got multiple sell points. Anyways, that's my little rant on that, and my little word of advice for you. Awesome. Looking good. Still loving the Claas. Yeah, looks great. Look at how muddy she is. We're going to finish off this field, guys. Let's go over back to the farm. Oh, he's almost full. I'll dump him off right away here. And we'll need to buy some more equipment. I got to start thinking about getting all this straw picked up. We got a lot of straw to pick up, and that's really going to take up most of my time today, man. And it's not, yeah, I don't have a way of doing it with course play really well yet, since everything's already moved off these fields. We got the chrome trailer here. We'll be getting rid of this later on, but we'll finish it off today with it. Anyways, so let's finish off this field, and we'll go see what we can find, what our options are going to be for picking up the straw. All right. All right, so they are just finishing up. You can see actually the harvester just off in front of the trees there. They're on their last couple passes, maybe one or two passes left, and they'll be done with that field ready harvesting. Now, like I said, I have the straw to pick up all on these fields. It's a lot of straw, like a ton of straw. I regret that completely, but hey, what are you going to do? We're going to make some money, and we got to get that straw off the field. So this is the, what is it, the forage wagon we have. It's one of the smallest ones. It is, yeah, it's rather small, to say the least. So I don't know if I'm going to use that. In fact, I know I'm not going to use that. Who am I kidding? It just takes for way too long. And I looked at the rest of them. I mean, we could double the size. And even that's too small as far as I'm concerned. It's still going to take us way too long. So I think my next best plan is to bale what we got. So, well, we've got a John Deere here, but this is what we got now instead. We got the Claas 5300 square baler. Yeah. So this is a PC mod, guys. This is on Mod Hub. I think it was PC mod, or it was PC only in the Mod Hub, from what I remember. Yeah. Oh, can't see anything. There we go. I love it. Looks great. We'll fire this thing up. Let's go and make some bales. We got a ton of bales to make. Like a ton of bales to make. So this thing cost us, let me think here now, 120,000, I believe. It's a little bit more expensive than the in-game stock one. It's also bigger, which doesn't really do anything for us, but it is bigger if that's your thing. But which doesn't make any kind of a difference. So it's not like you can go faster, make more bales with it. It is almost identical as far as the in-game baler goes. However, it's a Claas instead of being a what's the other one? A Coon? Is that what it was? I think it's a Coon. Yeah, I don't see much of a difference in this one by comparison whatsoever. So if that's what you're looking for, then well, it's not really that difference. And maybe you might just want to save your. I think it's about maybe 10 grand more expensive. But I wanted to go with a Claas this time just because. Oh, that's a tight corner. Alright. Let's drop some bales. We'll go over to this side here so the sun's not in my eyes. Oh, and I'm missing everything. That's okay. See how fast we can get up to 18 usually. I think that's about as fast you're going to get going with this. Actually feels a little slower than I was expecting. Anyways, I think that maxes out right there. I'm pretty sure that's the same speed as the Coon off the top of my head, unless our tractor could use more power. Now I switched up the tractor and went with the 7R instead of the 6R, just to ensure that I have the most amount of horsepower for baling. I find baling always takes quite a bit of horsepower. I don't know what the specs are on this particular baler off the top of my head, what it requires, but I always find that you're better off to go with more than less, if that makes any sense. Zip back here. I'll grab these ones as well. Wow, did I ever miss a whole bunch there? Oh well. Come on. I find it funny when I'm doing straw. I don't care too much if I miss a little bit. It's not like when I'm harvesting, and if I miss some, I always seem to find a way. I go, oh, I'll just back the harvester up and grab that little piece left, and then I'll go get it. But when I'm baling, yeah, it's like, yeah, I missed some. Oh well. Oh, look at that. I am struggling up this little hill. It's a good thing this doesn't have a lot of hills on this map. Wow, that is interesting. Huh. Anyways, so we wanted to talk quickly about crop. Which are your more profitable crops, guys? And I mean, obviously you've got a market, so that's going to constantly fluctuate, and the market's going to change depending on what you've sold the past and just the day, basically. So things will change in constant flux. Now, oat was okay. It's definitely not one of the best prices crops to get. I've always found that canola and soybeans are always been profitable. So I try to always get a couple crops of them. And the really nice thing about canola and soybeans is that it's a lower yield crop. So I think I've said this about 1,000 times now. But if you have a small tipper, you can always just pick that up and you're good to go. You don't have to make less trips back to your silo, is what I'm getting at there. So it's a smaller yield, and it's just worth a lot more. I think the best crop still is corn, especially if you're doing silage, corn silage, or chaff, I should say. That's usually the best bang for your buck as far as money goes. And then same with grass silage if you want to do that. But then once you get into the rest of the crops, they're all about even, really, in the grand scheme of things, from wheat to barley, sunflowers, soybeans. Yeah, everything that I'm not mentioning that I can't remember off the top of my head right now, but they are all pretty much the same. And the prices do fluctuate, obviously, like I said, but they end up being about the same. Now, the key with that, in fact, I've seen someone do a video where they got the most money out of wheat. And I always found that kind of funny, but they're counting the bales as well. So if you're going to bale wheat, barley, oat, then you are going to actually get a little bit more, technically, than you would from just doing soybeans or canola or something else that doesn't have the option to bale. So just be aware of that. But I mean, of course, then you're going to spend more money on equipment. Like I had to spend $100,000, $120,000 on the baler. Plus we've got the bale trailer, the auto pickup trailer, which is another $25,000. So just be aware of that. But this, in theory, should pay better than what our harvest did with the soybeans and canola earlier. Food for thought. I'm a little bit skeptical on that, to be perfectly honest. Just thinking now, I think we made about almost $1 million almost on our first harvest. And this one here, we've made only 400,000. We still had one more field. It'd probably be about 500,000 by the time the field was at harvest, maybe a little more. So that means we almost have to make $500,000 off bales alone. I don't think I'm going to make $1 million off bales. I could be wrong. I very well could be wrong. But usually bales, a truckload of bales of 32 bales is going to get you, I don't know, 20,000, something like that off the top of my head. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see when we get there. Oh, now I got weeds everywhere. I'll never be able to find these bloody bales either. All right. Well, I'm going to keep on dumping off bales here. I'm going to go check on our other field once I get this one done. Like I said, let's see if I can see over there. Yeah, they're all wrapped up. It looks like over there they've met in the middle, and they are done. So we'll dump all the whatever they got left in there into our truck, and we'll call that harvest a day. I mean, it's not even 9 o'clock. We got these guys off the field. Spin around. This is the one problem with this big baler, is that you can't spin around quite as easily as with the smaller one, I find. You can still at least do a pretty good speed and pump these bales up pretty quickly, so it's still going to be quite a bit of work for me. I'm kind of regretting doing this many bales, but hey, what do you do? I needed to make the money. Alright guys, well I'm going to keep on working on this. I'll see you once I'm done this field. We'll go check on our worker bees over there and send them home for the day. Alright guys, so we are just kind of finishing up in here. You can see we're on the last kind of, well, somewhat last little head row here. Headline, it's not even a headline, whatever, windrow. Yeah, the the Claas is making us a ton of bales. I got a ton in here, but you can't see them all because it's all weeds. It's ridiculous. So, what do we got left to do? Well, I need to go dump everything into that trailer. So I got both harvesters. They pulled over there. They're ready to rock. We sent our workers home. We're going to take care of that. We're going to have fun with that. We're going to see what can happen. It's funny. I just got a message from, hey, Kerbo, thanks a lot for letting me know about the color on that mod. I'll have to take a look into that. Guys, if you haven't checked out Kerbo's channel, you can go check him out. His page is on the website if you want to check him out. He's a good guy, a good friend of the channel. And he's always helped me out when I'm having some problems with certain files. So, Kerbo, thanks a lot for the heads up on that. I'll double check that for the coloring for that particular mod here. I'm just going to pick this up while I'm at it. Yeah, so the way it looks like it's all chrome. You know what? I don't even mind it when it looks like it's chrome. Alright, let's fire this off for now. See, it looks like she's about all chrome right now. She's lost all her color. Anyways, I'll have to take a look at that. Now, what I want to do is, well, a bit of a triple dump. We'll see. What's flashing on me here? Oh, that one. Cool. Let's go grab this harvester here. No traffic coming. Perfect. And we'll start by dumping this one. You know what we're going to have to do? Let's see here. If we start with this one here, and then get it set so it's ready to dump. Right there. Oh, stop. Too far, too far, too far. Right there. Okay, we'll leave it running. And then I want to dump this one here. Get in there. Come on. Alright, so I think now, if we could do this right, we'll be able to do, well, a bit of a triple dump. It's not really like it's going to be all that useful, but it's going to be kind of fun. Let's find out. Run, 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 run. Oh no, I didn't make it. No. No. There we go. Now that is a triple dump right there, guys. Look at that for a triple dump. I love it. Too funny. I think it's one of those questions, guys, where we just figured out if we could, and we didn't really ask if we should. That's one way of getting all the crop off the field. Absolutely pointless, but whatever. That's what it takes to kind of mix things up in farmington every once in a while, then I'm all game. Alright, well, let's get this out of the way here. I'm going to spin this around. We've still got a couple of... Whoa, watch out for the tractor. Didn't see him there. We've still got a couple of, well, fields to bale. Wow, and by a couple I mean a lot. We'll go dump this off, and we'll go grab those harvesters in a second. But, oh, watch out for the bales here. Look at all the bales we got in this field. I'm curious to see what we get out of this. So, I'm going to go pick up that bale trailer right away here, and we'll see what we get for a payday off this one field first, just out of curiosity. Alright, let's dump this off. We'll sell this stuff later. We've got a few more trailer loads into the silo, so that'll be good for later on. Anyways, let me go take a look at that other trailer. I'll go pick it up, and I'll see you guys once we get it. Alright, let's go pick up some bales. Now, I know that I'm not going to be doing this the most authentic way possible, but there's no way I'm going to pick up all those bales with even the Acusen auto baler. I'm not going to be doing it with forks either, let's be honest. I needed a way of doing this that was going to be relatively quick and painless. This is the flatbed, the auto-load flatbed, the Flegel. It's a mod. Oh man, it's a great mod actually. I really love this mod. I can't live without it when there's this many bales, guys. But I'm not going to be using the pickup truck to tow, or the pickup truck, the International, to tow it through the fields. I've got it hooked up to a dolly. We're going to use a tractor, at least to make a little bit of authenticism out of it. I don't know. I don't know if that counts at all, but we'll see. At least it's actually got some traction in the fields, whereas that truck does not. Like, none. So we're just going to go pick up some bales now. I mean, obviously, yeah, I wish it had some kind of an animation. I know, it doesn't. It just picks them up. But I mean, there's so many bales, guys. There's just so many bales. There's no way I could ever do this with anything but this trailer. This trailer is the only way that I will ever do this many bales. Yeah. So we're gonna pack this up and we'll see what kind of money we get out of this. I'm curious to see what it is. It should actually be pretty decent, I'm guessing. 20 grand maybe for one load. We'll find out. We'll drop it off at the barn, and that will give us our payday. That's another reason to use the barn, since we spent some money on that. Let's see. Come on. Oh, I missed that one. Whoa, don't put it in the drink. Oh man, I'm getting stuck with this tractor. Oh no, it's the dolly. Every once in a while, the dolly does that. It just gets kind of sideways and doesn't unlock itself. But once you get it straightened out, you're all good to go. Alright, so last low layer here. What is it, 32 we can fit on this, I believe now? This is the updated mod file for this one. Once again, I'll make sure that the link for this particular trailer is in the description, as always. Actually, it's the website. You'll want to check for that. There we go. Man, look at all the bales. There's just so many bales. This is the first field. I've got 3 more to do. Oh man, I wish there was a way to hire workers to do this work. I've got course play on. However, I didn't record the harvester's course, and plus I've got 2 harvesters running on the field, so it makes it a little challenging. Yeah, if I would have recorded one of them, then at least I could have used it, but since I don't, course play is pretty much useless to me. Alright, let's see here. Let's see, which way is it gonna go? I can't remember what the controls are. Let's see what the controls are, because I cannot remember. Lower? Lower. Operating position, yeah. Oh, there it goes. Thank you. Unload bales. Why are you not unloading? I know there's a way of doing this. Come on. Oh, that's why. I wasn't selecting the right thing. Alright, let's try that again. I had the dolly selected, and I was wondering why it wouldn't work. Alright, so, and now, unload bales here. What do we get out of that? 15 grand. Okay, that's a little less than I was hoping for. But, I mean, we'll be able to do this, I bet you, 10 times. So we'll get quite a bit, few bucks off of that. I mean, look at the amount of bales. Holy cow. I regret my decision. Anyways, I'm going to finish off this, guys, and we're going to keep on baling in a sec here. Yikes. All right. All right, so we're back to baling. We got a lot of baling to do, guys. Like, look at all these bloody fields I got to take care of. Oh, man. That was a lot of oat. That's all good. So we made about 70 grand on bales from that first field. Probably make about 60 and probably 50 by the time we get down to the end here, the nitty gritty at the end. That's really, oh, look at that. Great demand at Double D Ranch. You know what? It's probably worthwhile for me to take the bales up to the ranch right now. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I'll have to look at that. That's probably worthwhile. As for the other field, you can see we've got a seeder already working away in there. We got somebody working away for us, seeding that field. We're getting to work right away on that one. I think he's doing barley is what I picked there. So he's going to town on that. Jump in the cab here. See if we can grab a little bit more right in this corner, and hopefully none of our bales end up in the drink. That's always embarrassing. Alright, anyways, that is going to do it for us today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the episode. Like I said, go check out Kerbo's channel. A really good friend of the channel, guys. Recently hit a pretty big milestone of 1,000 subs. A lot of farming sim content. Go check him out. I'll make sure the link is in the description, and of course he is on the website as well if you're looking for him there. We got a bunch of other cool people, all part of the Klutch crew on the website, so if you're looking for any more farming sim guys, you American truck sim guys, just some real cool people, go check out the website, or you can check out the links in the description as always, guys. But anyways, like I said, that's the end of it for today. Hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, leave me a big old thumbs up. I really appreciate that. That really does help us out over here. Keeps us going. And of course, if you're not a subscriber, guys, don't forget to subscribe. But like I said, that's it. That is all. We will see you guys next time. This is Klutch. Over and out.